Good evening and welcome to another exciting season of White Plains High School basketball. Tonight, the Wildcats home to take on the Ohatchee Indians in our first telecast of the season. I'm Grady Sapp alongside my partner Jim Jacobs, and it's hard to believe we have already rolled into basketball.
Well, it is and it isn't,
yeah.
You know, because it seems like just yesterday we were wrapping up the Northeast Regionals up at Jacksonville State University, Grady, and of course now we've gone through football season, still semifinals and championship games to be played there, but we're on the hardwood tonight and back at a familiar place for us, of course, Coach Richard Madden basketball court.
And of course we'll be bringing you all of the home schedule for the Wildcats this season, so this will be the first of 9 dates here at White Plains High School, and looking forward to that as always. And of course, as we get the girls set to go in a tip-off tonight against Ohatchee, it's going to be different for us because we talked about this at the end of last season, but we spent so many years out here watching a certain number 22 play, and now it's a different name wearing number 22 here at White Plains, as Shelby Wood has moved on to Southern Union and on to other things, but it'll certainly be a different look for the Lady Cats this year.
Well, seldom, Grady, do you watch a student athlete play for 5 consecutive years and start and contribute, and that's what Shelby did, of course, to this basketball team. And to me, that's one of the questions we've got to see answered tonight is who's going to take care of that basketball. Now, we know who spelled Shelby some last year, but she's probably the person that's doing it this year, but we're going to see that tonight. And then where are the points going to come from? Because graduation also took some of the scores out of the picture here for White Plains. You know, Hannah Barno shot the 3-ball so well early last year. She's graduated. She's gone. So it's just a completely different look, and there's a completely different look down on the bench. It's a familiar face to White Plains folks, but not a familiar face to Lady Wildcats basketball, and that's, of course, Coach Randall taking over to work with the girls.
Well, he is, as always, well-dressed as we see him make his way out onto the bench. And certainly the gyrations and the bench part of it will be entertaining. And, of course, you know they're going to be well-coached, and you know he's going to get the most out of them that he possibly can. Always does an outstanding job, does Coach Randall. So doing double duty this year, so he's loaded up.
I sat with him on the end of the floor down here some early during the B-team game that just wrapped up here at Richard Madden Court, and I looked at him and I said, Chris, is it much different coaching girls than it is boys? And he just kind of stared at me. I got that. The only thing I didn't get was the head rub. I got the look, but I didn't get the head rub.
We have had some discussions about that on the golf course. But now I will say I have to give props. I had a chance to play with Chris and with Rush Rutledge, the assistant principal here at White Plains, and Lane Dyer, who was a pretty good little golfer here.
She beat the daylights out of all of you,
ain't
probably.
no doubt about it. But we teamed up in a Golf Boosters tournament a couple of weeks ago out at Pine Hill, and we won the darn thing, the whole thing.
Really?
Shot 19 under. Had
well,
an
now Rutledge can play, can he? I mean, I understand Rutledge is pretty good.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I mean,
okay. I know Chris can play.
Chris can play. Lane can play.
There's no question Lane can play.
And I had the cooler. So, Rush.
So where did you rank in the 4? That's what I want to know.
Well, I was top ranked because I had the cooler.
Oh, okay.
I had the soft drinks and all. And Rush now, he can hit it a mile, and he had some really good shots, but it was a lot of fun. So we had some chances to talk about the early part of the season for basketball, and he had some fun stories. It's different coaching girls. There's no doubt about it for him.
Well, Grady, the Lady Wildcats come into tonight's matchup with Ohatchee. It's a team they've already seen once this season, early on in the year, back at the Champion Challenge Thanksgiving Classic, winning 45-30 in that game, but the Cats come into this one 4-3.
Yeah, well, 3-4 overall, Jim, as they've come in and they've beaten Coosa Christian, or lost rather, to Coosa Christian, Aniana, Oxford, and Alexandria. That's 4 pretty good teams. Certainly the Aniana, Oxford, and Alexandria we know to be really good programs. The wins have come against, as you just mentioned, Ohatchee. They also beat Asheville, and they beat Pleasant Valley. So that's where they stand on the season. So not a terrible start, considering it's kind of a rebuild year, and you're trying to find an identity, looking, as you said earlier, who's going to handle the ball and where is the scoring going to come from. And I think Coach Randall's still working on figuring all of that out in this very young basketball season.
Hard to believe we played 7 games, though, already and not played at home until tonight.
That is crazy, isn't it?
Really.
Tough road start for for the Lady Cats. I know they're glad to be here. We are as well. We'll grab a timeout. We'll come back with more of our pregame report coming up. It's Wildcats basketball here on FNN.
Tom Young and all the attorneys of Young, Wolstein, Jackson, and Whittington are some of the most experienced and respected attorneys in the area. Their firm specializes in personal injury, insurance fraud, workers' compensation, Social Security disability, real estate, and corporate law. The law firm of Young, Wolstein, Jackson, and Whittington. Call them at 256-235-2240.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
District 40 State Representative K.L. Brown would like to take this opportunity to wish the White Plains Wildcats the best of luck. K.L. Brown is your conservative Republican voice in Montgomery, working hard to make sure that state government is doing its best for everyone in the district. Brown chairs the Children and Senior Advisory Committee while serving on the Agriculture and Forestry and Economic Development and Tourism Committees. As a longtime area business leader, K.L. Brown uses the common sense and leadership skills learned over the years to be a steady, conservative Republican voice for the people in the district. Good luck, Wildcats, from State Representative K.L. Brown.
Serving Calhoun County for over 30 years, Crawford Office Supply offers selection, convenience, and low prices. Choose from a wide variety of office furnishings featured in their huge showroom. With savings of 50 to 70% off scratch and dent items. You'll find it all from pens and paper to janitorial supplies at Crawford Office Supply, including on-site printing, all backed up by unmatched personal service and free delivery to local business. Crawford Office Supply, 301 South Layton Avenue in Anniston. Remember, buy local, it matters.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Don Hudson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly supports the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
Welcome back here to Coach Richard Madden basketball court on the campus of White Plains High School. First home game of the season for the Lady Wildcats as they take on the Ohatchee Indians tonight, a team they have already beaten earlier in the season, 45-30, back around Thanksgiving. Grady Sapp, Jim Jacobs with you in our familiar spots right here at midcourt, just behind the scorer's table, and excited about another season of Wildcats basketball. I was trying to think the other day, Jim, how long exactly have we been doing this?
Ooh, Lord. You know, give or take a little break here and there, years.
A lot of years. I think it's in double digits now, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, let's see. I think Jake was still in the 8th or 9th grade when we started, maybe the 10th grade. So it's been, yeah, it's close. If it's not 10 years, it's close.
It's close. We were both a lot younger when we started this. I know that.
I had more hair. I don't know if you did or not.
No, I hadn't had much for a while. All right, you're facing a team tonight. You get to come home. You're playing a team you've already beaten by 15, so obviously they had a good night that night. And what do they need to do come in here and kind of keep some momentum rolling, because they've won a couple in a row, and you want to get the first one at home, and that gets you back to 500.
Yeah, Grady, I think the main thing is just, play good basketball. Don't do the dumb stuff. Make sure that you protect the basketball. Try not to turn it over. Obviously, Ohatchee's probably going to put some pressure on them, so we can, do what we need to do to take care of the basketball and try to score and, keep people out of foul trouble, because the bench is not too deep.
Starting lineups being introduced. Great. Jasmine Adams gets the start tonight for Ohatchee. Tori Weiss as well. Courtney Schuler. She is number 12 tonight for the Indians. Number 14, whom I don't have. So we'll try to find out who number 14 is.
I think they said Snow.
Snow. All right. And that would be Reagan Snow. So she must be 4. No, Reagan Snow was 22. So maybe Grayson Snow. So that's going to be 14, I believe, to change the jersey number on me.
Another thing happening tonight, Grady, that you don't see very often is both coaches are doing double duty tonight. Coach Randall, of course, for us, and across the way in the red and white, Coach Ginn for Ohatchee, and that's a familiar basketball name in this part of the world.
Certainly a lot of great tradition in the Ginn family with high school basketball in these parts, and it looks like the Lady Cats will be down one tonight. Rosario Dawson is not, Ari Rosario rather, is not suiting up tonight for the Wildcats. So Ari out tonight. We'll see if that hurts the Lady Cats with a little bit of depth as we're ready to go here from Coach Richard Madden basketball court. It will be Landry Bussey jumping at center court. She'll be going up against Tori Weiss of the Indians as we're just about ready to get this one underway.
I'm anxious to see how much Chastity Nelson has improved in the offseason, Grady, because a lot of the Shelby Wood duties are obviously going to fall on her shoulders. She spelled Shelby most times last year when Shelby got in foul trouble. Let's see what Chastity can do now running the team.
Well, she'll get her opportunity here very shortly. Bussey goes up. Dyer will control the opening tip for the Lady Cats, and we are underway. Ryan Chandler will handle the basketball outside. She'll find Dyer over on the right wing now, looking back up top side. And Chandler will reset the offense now for White Plains as Jocelyn Harris gets it, drops it off to Chandler. Now kick it back to Nelson. Nelson in the lane, going to think better of it, kick it outside for Dyer. And now it'll be Chandler with it once again and back over to Nelson.
Real patient from the Wildcats, man-to-man from Ohatchee.
Dyer puts up the shot and draws the foul. She'll get to the line to shoot two. And that one going to go against, I believe, number 12. That is Courtney Schuler. That will be her first personal, the team's first. And that'll be a two-shot opportunity now for Hannah Dyer. A little bit off with that first one. One more coming up.
Interesting to see how White Plains just handles playing at home for the first time this year.
Misses them both. The rebound comes off for Tori Weiss. She gets it back up now. Drops it off for Adams. And now she'll tick it back outside to Schuler. And back top side to Weiss. And dropping it back off for Adams. And working it around the perimeter are the Indians, as you saw White Plains taking their time in that first possession, come away empty-handed after the missed free throws.
Well, you can bet, Grady, any team that's got a Ginn coaching it is going to be fundamentally sound. Look at that good backdoor cut.
And the shot up and no good from Grayson Snow. Now Dyer's got it again for White Plains, and Chandler. Looks like Ryan will be the ball handler this year for the Lady Cats. Coming up to Bussey outside, back over to Ryan Chandler.
At least the offense appears to be running off Chandler's movements.
Looks like Chastity Nelson will fill the role of a shooting guard for the Wildcats. Dyer got to get rid of it. Now comes to Bussey in the lane. Kick it back outside to Nelson. Fires up the three off the glass is no good. The rebound once again for Weiss and the Indians.
Ohatchee pushing it up the floor.
Here's a three look for Ohatchee. That one too strong from Jasmine Adams. Rebounded on the backside by Reagan Snow, and it's going to belong to White Plains as it goes out of bounds. First look of the season of Jordan Sabree. She came on in the season last year and provided some spark for this team offensively and defensively. She sees her first action of the night. As Chastity Nelson has a seat over on the Wildcat bench. There's Jocelyn Harris, going to have to be the inside force along with Bussey. Shot from Dyer is off the mark, and it'll be Ohatchee basketball.
Yeah, didn't draw any iron at all on that one, Grady. White Plains will back up and play defense. Here we go.
Adams will bring it up the floor for Ohatchee. No pressure from White Plains at all. Adams will come across for Schuler. Now Schuler will come back up to Snow. And Adams will touch it again for the Indians. And there's the takeaway by Hannah Dyer. Handed right off to Chandler. And Ryan gets loose. Bank it off. The shot no good. Rebounded underneath again by Reagan Snow. And here come the Indians. Another time. Outside look for Schuler. Schuler's going to drive it. Tipped away from behind and out of bounds. It will belong to Ohatchee.
Still looking for who could be that scoring force for the Lady Cats. Don't see it early.
Scoreless ball game with 5:15 here in the opening quarter. Knocked out of bounds by Jordan Sabree.
Good defense, yeah. Good defense. Good hustle.
First look tonight at Lily Ponder coming in with that familiar number 22, and also Callan Martin. We'll see her first action of the night. Chandler will get a break along with Hannah Dyer.
We've seen some Ponders play basketball out here, too. And quite frankly, they've been mean.
Yeah. Outside shot, too strong with a 3 for Schuler. Tracked down over in the corner, though, by Weiss, and the Indians will have another crack at it.
Almost a 5-second count there.
Yeah, Lily Ponder almost
good
got the
takeaway.
steal.
Great
Yep.
takeaway.
And here comes Martin down the lane. She'll trail it back out, and she is going to carry the basketball. That'll be a turnover for White Plains.
Youngster there, Grady. Should have taken it to the rack, drew the foul there, went to the free throw line, and tried to help her team out with some points.
Turnover for the Wildcats. Ohatchee will have another look at it. Here's Weiss working it around the right side, going up against Sabri. Now kicks it back outside. And coming topside again, Jasmine Adams. Schuler's got it another time. They'll run that motion offense. And Weiss slinging the elbows there for Ohatchee. Getting inside, loses the basketball. Ponder with the steal. Lily going to push the ball up the floor. Shot up off the glass, won't go. And the rebound underneath by Snow. And now we've got another steal by Caitlin Martin. And she double dribbled.
Yep. Ponder did a great job, though, Grady, doing exactly what you should do in that type of situation. She went to the rack and tried to create.
Yep.
Didn't get it to go down, but right move there.
Now here is Schuler. Picks the dribble up over on the far side now. Finds Weiss with it. Gets down the lane. Wild shot. And we're going to get the foul. First one of the game on White Plains. And that one's going to be on Landry Bussey. Her first personal. And again, the first team foul on the Wildcats.
This is a young bunch of Lady Cats, too, Grady. There's we got an 8th grader on the team. Ponder's a freshman.
And we get a 5-second call. Great defense there by the Lady Cats, and that's a hallmark of Coach Randall, is good defense.
Yeah, well, you're going to play defense first or you don't play.
So Lily Ponder will handle the basketball for White Plains. Over to Martin. Harris still in there.
Can't pick up your dribble there, Jocelyn. Got to keep it going.
There's a quick 3 by Lily Ponder. That one is off and rebounded underneath by Reagan Snow.
Just trying to score too hard, you know?
Yeah. Snow gets it knocked away from behind Harris. Loose and
jump
tied
ball.
up. It'll belong to, I believe, the Indians. It will. Into the ball game for Ohatchee now. Gracie George. Checking out will be Reagan Snow.
At 3:25 in the first, and still nobody scored. Does anybody want to win this game?
It's a defensive struggle.
Yes, it is.
Shot for Schuler. It's off the rim, too strong. Bussey will clear the rebound for White Plains. And here goes Ponder. Works her way in. A little too deep. Ball taken away by Schuler. And she will push it back up the floor. Pull up. Shot off the glass. Won't go. Rebounded underneath by Harris and the Wildcats.
Yeah, Ryan Chandler getting set to check back in.
Ponder. Over to Sabri. Jordan will drive the baseline. Cut off. Shot up. No good. Tipped out. Tracked down by Martin. Caitlin's got it. Puts up. Blocked out of bounds. Good defense there by Tori Weiss. So Ryan Chandler checks back in. Now Sabri the inbound on the offensive end for the Cats. Chandler's got it outside. Quick shot on the way. No good. Too strong. Tipped out of bounds, and it will belong to Ohatchee.
White Plains looking to put some more defensive pressure on, picking up higher.
Adams working against Chandler. Going to go around the right side. Now picks up the dribble. And knocked away from Weiss on the pass, but retrieved over there by Adams. She will wisely pull it back out. Comes over to the left wing for Shooter. Going to get an open look down the lane. Cut off now by Martin. Get it into Weiss. Weiss, nice movement, but blocked by Sabri. And Jordan with a nice defense. And it's going to belong to White Plains. That's going to be the foul on Tori Weiss, her first personal. Second team foul now on the Indians.
Sabri would have to grade out pretty good right now on the defensive side of things, Grady.
Yeah, very much so. And we Going to have a timeout taken by the Indians with 2:22 to go, opening quarter. It's Wildcats basketball on FNN.
Welcome to Calhoun County, Alabama, your natural attraction. We have invigorating outdoor activities, amazing cultural sites, mouth-watering food, and southern hospitality, all wrapped into one amazing vacation destination. Whether you're looking for a relaxing overnight getaway or for a one-of-a-kind escapade, Calhoun County boasts an incredible selection of outdoor recreational opportunities. Calhoun County is the natural attraction, centrally located between Atlanta and Birmingham, with plenty of fun and memories waiting to be made. Come to Calhoun County, Alabama, a natural attraction.
30-second timeout by the Ohatchee Indians. Coach Ken wanted to talk about it with the troops. Now White Plains will have it. Still a scoreless ball game, as you see there on your screen.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with our graphics. That's the score.
Yeah. Bussey's got it. She's going to try to work her way around, get down on that baseline. Pump fake shot up. Good.
Got it. Nice way to work inside by Landry Bussey. Used her body. Grady backed it in, kissed it off the glass. Cats are on the board.
Now Weiss outside to Schuler. Ohatchee will try to answer. Adams will touch it outside, well beyond the three-point line. She'll bring it back in, picks up the dribble just around the free throw line and throws it to nobody. So the errant pass by Adams will create a turnover. And now White Plains tried to do the same thing, but Chandler will track it down. Nobody looking there, Jim. Had ample opportunity to pick that one up.
That wasn't even a zig and zag.
No. Back into Landry. Bussey spins, shot too strong this time on the backside. The rebound by Tori Weiss.
Give Hannah Dyer good credit there on that pass, Grady.
Come across. Schuler open look, top of the key, drains it.
Got it. 3-ball, first one of the game.
Courtney Schuler.
Ohatchee by 1.
Chandler picks up the dribble well outside. Now Sabree will come out to help her. Jordan will move with the basketball. She picks it up, hands it off to Hannah Dyer over on that right wing. Now Jordan Sabree going to drive down the lane, knocked away from behind and retrieved by Sabree on the baseline. And now she'll get it back outside for Nelson. Looking to see if Chastity's going to launch a three here soon. They haven't gone to her a lot so far. Hasn't had a lot of looks. There's Landry Bussey. She'll have a look and lay it in.
Yeah. She gets down in the paint, Grady. Ohatchee doesn't have anybody that can body up with her, and she's going to get looks all night long down there if she can just get it there.
Now here's Schuler. Indians down once again. Drive it over to the right side, picks up the dribble, and knocked away by Sabree. Jordan goes over the top, and you're going to have the second foul now on Tori Weiss. And that'll be the third team foul on the Ohatchee here in quarter number 1.
And Grady, that's about the third takeaway Jordan Sabree's been responsible for in the basketball game, playing great defensively.
So Ponder will check back in. And she's got it over on the right wing going into Bussey. Led her a little too much, the turnover. Adams with the pick off.
Don't think Landry was quite expecting that one.
No. And Rachel Dunaway in the game for Ohatchee, and she is hammered by Jordan Sabree.
That's her first tackle of the game.
Yeah.
Jordan's got some hops, man.
Yeah. What as the coach says, if you're going to foul, make sure they don't shoot.
There you go. Well, she wasn't going to shoot that one.
No, no sir. And now Schuler foul. That'll be on Caitlin Martin. That'll be her first personal, and that'll be the third team foul now on White Plains here in the quarter. Lob it in, and Adams has got it now. Ohatchee with 10 to shoot. Dunaway well outside. And here is Dunaway. The ball almost knocked away from Dunaway. Adams shuffled the feet. That's a turnover for Ohatchee with only 0.3 of a tick, the second left on the clock.
So we'll go to the break with the score, what, 4-3?
Looks like it. And that's going to be it. Quarter number 1 in the books. We're back with quarter number 2 coming up. It's Wildcats basketball on FNN.
Life happens everywhere, like it never even happened, only happens here. The cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro.
Serving Calhoun County for over 30 years, Crawford Office Supply offers selection, convenience, and low prices. Choose from a wide variety of office furnishings featured in their huge showroom. With savings of 50 to 70% off scratch and dent items. You'll find it all from pens and paper to janitorial supplies at Crawford Office Supply, including on-site printing, all backed up by unmatched personal service and free delivery to local business. Crawford Office Supply, 301 South Layton Avenue in Anniston. Remember, buy local, it matters.
Second quarter action about ready to go. Let me give you the scoring summary of the first quarter. Landry Bussey with 4. Courtney Shooter with 3 for Ohatchee.
That's it, folks.
That's it.
There you see it on the screen.
Yes,
4-3.
There you go. I'd like to say a very special hello to Todd Chandler, watching overseas tonight. Getting a chance to watch his daughter play. Finally got the internet up and running, he said, and
good
loving
deal.
the broadcast.
Get home soon, Mr. C. Take care of yourself.
Yes, sir. Want to see you back here real soon.
Lunch is on Grady.
Absolutely.
And your daughter just launched an air ball.
Yep. Back come the Indians. Adams with it, comes all the way back out to midcourt now. Gets some instructions from Coach Ginn across the way. Coming down inside now for Gracie George. The ball tipped away, done away.
There you go.
Nelson comes away with the steal. Easy layup, and the Wildcats lead it 6-3.
It tried to bounce out.
It did.
White Plains going into that press, Grady. Try to turn them over.
Yep, hadn't seen that tonight. Now we saw the look at it. They'll back out of it now, and Ohatchee will set up shop, trying to go inside. Tipped away again. Good hands and good defense, and now Ohatchee takes it right back away. And Martin trying to do the same, but Adams will come out of there with it. Now here's Schuler. She's got the only points of the night for Ohatchee. In the lane there is Grayson Snow. Snow gets rid of it. Schuler's got it. Baseline, drop it off inside. Nice pass. And the foul as she dropped it off nicely to Gracie George. That one is going to go on the Cats, and that'll be on Chastity Nelson. Actually on Jocelyn Harris, I'll correct myself.
You recognize one of those referees out there?
Which one should I recognize?
Coach Etheridge.
Is it really?
Yes, sir. Right there in front of you.
I did not know that. Oh, I'll be darned. I'm not used to seeing him in officials' uniforms.
Yeah, me either. Yeah, we spent quite a few minutes chatting this evening when he came into the gym. Good guy.
Yes, he is.
One of the best.
Free throw, 1 of 2 there for Gracie George. So she is in the scoring column, and Ohatchee is back within 2. Near turnover. It is a turnover. The steal made by Snow. Now Ohatchee will come with a chance to tie it or perhaps take the lead. Dunaway will handle it outside. Going to drop it down to Snow and kick it back up top side. Here's the shot for Schuler, her second 3 of the night.
That was pretty.
So Ohatchee surges back in front by 1. Knocked away on the pass attempt from Martin. And now the steal going to be there for Ohatchee. Gracie George has got it.
You're going to get it into those high posts, Grady. You got to put a little more zip on it than that. They'll pick your pocket every time.
Near steal by Sabri. Leaves Schuler alone. Dish it off outside to Adams. Martin picks her up. Now Schuler stripped by Jordan Sabri, and her defensive performance continues on the night.
Yeah, she's played great.
Chandler over to Nelson. Great feed down inside. Jocelyn Harris lays it up and in.
Now, Grady, that's a shot Jocelyn Harris didn't make a year ago.
Yeah, did a nice job there as we get a full timeout by Coach Randall and the Wildcats. It's Wildcats basketball on FNN.
District 40 State Representative K.L. Brown would like to take this opportunity to wish the White Plains Wildcats the best of luck. K.L. Brown is your conservative Republican voice in Montgomery, working hard to make sure that state government is doing its best for everyone in the district. Brown chairs the Children and Senior Advisory Committee while serving on the Agriculture and Forestry and Economic Development and Tourism Committees. As a longtime area business leader, K.L. Brown uses the common sense and leadership skills learned over the years to be a steady, conservative Republican voice for the people in the district. Good luck, Wildcats, from State Representative K.L. Brown.
Back and forth ball game to this point. As you can tell, a tight one here between the Indians and the Wildcats. Out of the timeout, it'll be Ohatchee basketball. Coach Randall took the full timeout, put the press back on. At least a token pressure here in the backcourt. Now Ohatchee, with no problem, has it in front court. Adams will pick up the dribble, looking to go into a trap, and there's another knockaway by Jocelyn Harris. So Ohatchee retrieved it for a moment, now off the hands of Schuler, and the turnover is created.
And you know, Grady, when you show a press like that, basically what you're trying to do is to just kind of alter the tempo a little bit of the transition of the other team.
Worked out well for White Plains that time.
Made them think about it.
Yep. Hannah Dyer has it, and she almost has the throwaway. It's retrieved there by Ponder. Gets in the lane, blocked from behind. Harris with the junk, and she'll lay it up and in.
2 in a row for Jocelyn Harris.
Gives her 4 on the night, and White Plains back up by 3 once again. Schuler dishing it off, stolen by Landry Bussey. Another steal by that Wildcat defense. Ponder will push it up the floor, gets over on the side, gets it out to Dyer, left alone for 3. That one's too strong. Harris has it go off her hands. It'll be Ohatchee basketball.
Yeah, the one thing we haven't seen yet from White Plains, Grady, is somebody that can hit that 3 ball consistently.
Yeah, that one has been missing so far, the scoring threat from the outside so far for the Wildcats. We'll see if somebody can kind of find a groove here at some point. Adams.
Most of the Cats' points have come from in the paint.
Now they match up on that end real well here in the paint against this Indian defense.
Yeah, Jocelyn Harris and Landry Bussey doing the scoring.
A near turnover by Ohatchee. A nice save over there on the backside of that by Gracie George.
But now Ohatchee's got one that can hit a 3.
And the ball knocked out of bounds. It will go off of Ponder and the Wildcats, so Ohatchee will maintain possession. Yeah, Schuler has looked nice with the long ball tonight.
Very confident looking shot. It's gone twice for her.
You know, that's my nickname on the golf course.
What's that?
Long ball. Because it goes a long way in the woods.
You just don't ever know where it's going. That's the problem. It goes long, but you just don't know in what direction.
Yeah, it goes further in the woods than anybody else's.
Somebody told me that GPS was made for you.
There's no doubt about it. You know, why do you think I quit initialing my ball with a G? Everybody knew who they were. Yeah, I found one of yours the other day. I'm still playing with it. Ohatchee back to work. Knock outside, and there's Schuler off the baseline. She can hit the 2 as well.
In the paint.
Yep, Courtney Schuler with her 8th point of the night. 8 of the 9 Ohatchee points from Courtney Schuler. Here's Harris going to give it off to Ponder. Ponder pulls up with a nice little jumper off the back of the iron. No good. Harris fights for it, keeps it alive. We got a foul on the inside. And she's going to get a great job out of Coach Randall there.
She's played well tonight.
And that is the
one thing I like about what I've seen with her, Grady, is the shot has been confident. You know, remember seeing her last year when she'd get it and she wasn't sure?
Yep.
But this year the shot has been confident.
Makes the first free throw. That personal was on Gracie George. That is her first personal.
Hannah Dyer will take a seat. And so will Landry Bussey as coach platoons them in.
Nice looking free throw stroke. That one won't fall for Jocelyn Harris. So 1 for 2. The lead is 2 for White Plains. Adams will drop it off outside for Schuler. Schuler trying to spin and now loses the ball. Gets it back. Drop it off inside for Snow. Snow has it knocked away by Ponder, and it's going to be kicked. And it'll stay Ohatchee basketball. So Adams will do the honors on the offensive end as Schuler hits the deck. Inside to Snow, knocked away from behind by Jocelyn Harris. Chastity Nelson will have it. And now Lily Ponder will push the ball up the floor. Got Ryan Chandler on the wing, fires up the 3. There it is.
There it is.
White Plains now their largest lead of the night. Pressure in the backcourt from Lily Ponder.
Mr. Chandler just shot a tank off overseas.
Yes, he did. There's a near steal by Chastity Nelson on Dunaway, and now they'll reach in.
Yeah, little too much, Chastity.
Yep, that's going to be the second personal now on Chastity Nelson. And that'll be team foul number 6 on White Plains. I missed one somewhere. Here's Schuler coming back inside for George. George spins along the baseline, now finds Snow. Grayson Snow with it. Going to give it back over to Schuler in that right corner off the thigh of Jordan Sabri. Did a smart thing there. Bounce it off the defender and play another possession.
Inside 3 minutes to go in the first half. Not a lot of points.
In for Dunaway. Back up to Adams, and Ohatchee will set the offense. And going to kick it down. Harris knocks it away, and now the foul's going to be on Dunaway, trying to come back and retrieve the basketball. Rachel's first personal. It'll be the team's 5th. Chandler picks up the dribble, comes right side for Nelson. Nelson going to give it to Sabri. She's going to penetrate now, pick it out to Ponder. Long three from Lily Ponder off the glass. Nails it.
Sometimes it's just your night.
Sometimes it is.
We'll take it.
Absolutely. White Plains with a run here at the end of the second quarter. Largest lead of the night now at 8. Adams and Ohatchee.
Yeah. Ohatchee just needs to really work at taking care of the ball, Grady, and getting a good look at the basket. They've turned it over a lot, and they're about to do it again.
Very, very good defense by White Plains. Lily Ponder going strong, and she is going to be called, or fouled rather, on the inside. And that's going to be on Jasmine Adams, her first personal. And the 6th team foul now on Ohatchee. Back into the ball game, or into the ball game now is Grayson Snow, number 2. So I still don't know who 14 is. You're going to need to find that out.
We'll find out for you here from the book at the break.
Yeah. I had assumed it was Grayson Snow, but it is not. Shot from the outside is good for Ryan Chandler.
That's 2 in a row. She's heating it up.
Now full court pressure in view for White Plains. Let's see if Ohatchee can get it across, and they're going to with Schuler doing the honors. Now Schuler going to be fouled by Jordan Sabri.
Is that her second or third?
Her second, I believe. It's going to be 17 fouls, so the Indians are going to shoot a 1-and-1.
Yeah, she's going to get a seat, too. Coach Randall doesn't want to get that third one before the break.
Nope.
Landry Bussey will check back in, and here comes Hannah Dyer up off the bench as well.
And that is number 2 on Jordan Sabri.
Lily Ponder gets a seat.
So now Courtney Schuler. Free throw stroke looks nice as well. She picks up her 9th point of the night and the 6th one here in the second quarter. Second one on the way as well, and that's good. So White Plains with under a minute to go now. Chastity Nelson going to get in the lane, picks up the dribble now.
I thought she walked.
Yeah, got away with one perhaps there. And Ryan with it. Kick it over to Nelson. Passes on the 3, drives it in the lane, kick it out to Ryan Chandler. 3 on the way, no good. That is an air ball tipped back in by Harris. Save, though, to the Indians, to our mystery girl, number 14. Now Schuler has it once again.
Doesn't it always happen that way? The one you don't have the name on gets the ball all the time?
Yes, and, you know, usually is the star of the show. Is Schuler the star of the show for Ohatchee right now? And we're going to have a double dribble called against Grayson Snow. So the turnover for the Indians. White Plains will have it, can hold for the final shot here. Should they choose, Caitlin Martin will hand it in for Ryan Chandler. She's had the hot hand here in the second quarter. Give it over to Martin. Back up to Chandler. And White Plains will have it now inside of 10. Nelson's got it over on the right wing. Chastity going to drop it down to Harris. Get it back up to Chandler. Ryan got to drop it off, got to shoot. Chastity Nelson outside. No! Halfway down, and it comes out. And that's how the first half will end. Wildcats, nice second quarter. They lead it 19-11. Wildcats basketball on FNN.
Tom Young and all the attorneys of Young, Wolstein, Jackson, and Whittington are some of the most experienced and respected attorneys in the area. Their firm specializes in personal injury, insurance fraud, workers' compensation, Social Security disability, real estate, and corporate law. The law firm of Young, Wolstein, Jackson, and Whittington. Call them at 256-235-2240.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Don Hudson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly supports the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
Welcome to Calhoun County, Alabama, your natural attraction. We have invigorating outdoor activities, amazing cultural sites, mouth-watering food, and southern hospitality, all wrapped into one amazing vacation destination. Whether you're looking for a relaxing overnight getaway or for a one-of-a-kind escapade, Calhoun County boasts an incredible selection of outdoor recreational opportunities. Calhoun County is the natural attraction, centrally located between Atlanta and Birmingham, with plenty of fun and memories waiting to be made. Come to Calhoun County, Alabama, a natural attraction.
District 40 State Representative K.L. Brown would like to take this opportunity to wish the White Plains Wildcats the best of luck. K.L. Brown is your conservative Republican voice in Montgomery, working hard to make sure that state government is doing its best for everyone in the district. Brown chairs the Children and Senior Advisory Committee while serving on the Agriculture and Forestry and Economic Development and Tourism Committees. As a longtime area business leader, K.L. Brown uses the common sense and leadership skills learned over the years to be a steady, conservative Republican voice for the people in the district. Good luck, Wildcats, from State Representative K.L. Brown.
Halftime here at White Plains, Coach Richard Madden basketball court. The Wildcats with a nice second quarter surge out to a 19-11 lead, and they did that on the strength of scoring from Ryan Chandler and Jocelyn Harris, each with 5 in that quarter. 2 points in the second quarter from Chastity Nelson and 3 for Lily Ponder, 15 for the Cats. For the Ohatchee Indians in that second quarter, it was Courtney Schuler with 7 points and 1 point for Gracie George. So the Wildcats, Jim, outscoring the Indians 15-8 in that second quarter, and it was a nice quarter for White Plains.
Absolutely, Grady, and still my player of the game, though, is Jordan Sabri. I think she's done the work on defense that's created a lot of this offensive surge for the Lady Cats in the second quarter. I know she's been responsible for 3 or 4 turnovers for Ohatchee with some really good, strong hustle.
Yeah, she played really well, and really that second quarter for White Plains, and no surprise about this, but that was really created on the defensive end of things. That created some great opportunities inside and some open looks outside for the Wildcats, and they were able to take advantage of it.
Absolutely, and of course, when you come back out in the second half and you want to play just as intense, turn it up really hard when you come back out on the floor for win the first 4 minutes, as Coach Randall always likes to talk about, and see if you can't push this on out to double digits and get a comfortable lead so you can cruise to your first home win of the season.
That would be nice to see, to have a nice one to open up here for the Wildcats. Of course, we've got boys action coming up in just a bit as well. A good start to the season for the Wildcats so far on the young year, but certainly things will start to heat up as we move on into December, which starts tomorrow, by the way.
Absolutely. The Wildcats coming home with the hardware from the Lincoln Thanksgiving tournament. First time they've won that after going over there several years, and probably the weakest team Coach Randall's ever taken over there, Grady, from top to bottom. So, go figure.
Yeah, you just never know, do you?
That's right.
You just never know.
Speaking of just never knowing, what about tomorrow night? We got a lot of high school football teams in the area that are competing for an opportunity to go to Tuscaloosa and play for a state championship. Let's break those games down real quick. We'll start with the 4A game, and that's Sachs on the road over at Fayette County.
Yeah, that's a tough matchup for the Wildcats. I mean, this match is the deepest they've made into the playoffs. They got to the semifinals back in 13 before losing to the eventual state champion. And, of course, Fayette County came in. They won a close one up at Hoax Bluff. It was a struggle, and it was all they had to pull that win out on Friday night over the Host Bluff Eagles. And, of course, boy, Sacs has just been – it's been kind of a quiet year. We've talked about that. If you can have a quiet year and be undefeated and be in the top 5 in the state and now in the last 4 standing, it's been quiet for the Wildcats. I like them, Jim. I like them going on the road. Coach Jonathan Miller and that squad, I think they got a lot of motivation to surpass what the 13 team did.
Well, the opportunity is certainly laying there in front of them, because I think whoever wins that game tomorrow night wins the state. I think
so.
I think the top team is going to come. Of course, you got Andalusia.
I was going to say, let's don't forget about Andalusia down south.
I'm thinking 3A, not 4A.
Yeah.
You're going to have to beat a really, really good Andalusia team who still has to beat UMS Wright again. And we know about, UMS Wright. They barely won that first one, Grady. So that's going to be a slobber knocker down in South Alabama tomorrow night as well, when Andalusia and UMS Wright rematch for who gets to face the winner of Sacs and Fayette County. I think Sacs should win. There's just something in me that tells me something's just not right about that trip to Fayette County. That's a long way to ride a bus to play a football game.
I don't know. I don't think that will affect them. I think they'll have the routine and have it as close to a normal routine
I hope
as
they bring it home. I really do.
I hope so as well.
Hope they get the chance to knock off either UMS Wright or Fayette County or Andalusia.
I hope so.
All right, 3A. Of course, just north of us here up Highway 9, there's going to be a pretty good one tomorrow night when Piedmont, the 2-time defending 3A state champs, host Randolph County for the rematch.
Yeah, and that was maybe the best game we saw all season. Certainly, it was one of the best ones we saw.
It was
down
definitely
probably
probably the most entertaining game we saw all season.
Yeah, great matchup down in Randolph County, where it really looked like the Tigers kind of ran out of gas and got 24 hurt in that ball game. We've said it all year, and we've said it when teams have gone to take on the Piedmont Bulldogs. You're going to be the man, you got to beat the man, and there's no doubt Piedmont is and has been the man. They've been in big games and so many big situations with Coach Steve Smith. They're going to be ready to play tomorrow night, and that's going to be a tough out for Randolph County.
Yeah, I think so too. The one thing's for sure, if Randolph County is able to win tomorrow night, Grady, they will have earned their trip to the Super 7.
Yeah.
Because there's probably not a tougher place to play than Piedmont, because it's imposing.
It is.
Those guys are poised. They've been there. They know what to expect. They've done it so many times. Even the water boy knows what's going on in this deal,
Yeah. Man.
So you're going to have to beat a really quality opponent to advance for Randolph County as far as Piedmont goes. I don't know that they can.
I don't know. It's awfully tough to go in the Field of Champions and get a win.
I think if there's anybody that can, it's them.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they can at Piedmont tomorrow night.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a great game, and I know Coach Prestridge and Coach Steve Giddens, they'll have that team ready to roll as good as they can play. They'll give maximum effort. We'll see what happens. But as you say, with Coach Smith and the Bulldogs, it's tough to beat them.
You got to be the man, you got to beat the man. And
exactly.
Piedmont's the man in 3A.
Yes, they are.
All right, south of us, down in Randolph County, Wadley, the Bulldogs, taking on Sweetwater, that knocked off 3-time defending state champion Maplesville last week. What's your thoughts on that one?
Oh, wow. Coming into Wadley is a tough place to play. Obviously, Sweetwater is one of the marquee names in Class 1A in the state of Alabama. They've won a lot in Class 1A. This is the first time back in a few years to be at this level. For Wadley, it's been a nice couple of years trending upwards. And, I like that team when we saw them against Winterboro.
Last week was the first time all year they've been under 50.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. They won by 2 touchdowns, but they were under 50.
And you know how much I love the hurry-up wishbone.
Oh, absolutely.
It's been my favorite thing of the year, the hurry-up wishbone. It's going to be a tall order, but, playing at home, why not? I'll take the Bulldogs to win that one.
I like them as well. Let's grab one more quick timeout before we tip off for the second half. We'll be back. The Wildcats are up by 8 here at the half on FNN.
Tom Young and all the attorneys of Young, Wolstein, Jackson, and Whittington are some of the most experienced and respected attorneys in the area. Their firm specializes in personal injury, insurance fraud, workers' compensation, Social Security disability, real estate, and corporate law. The law firm of Young, Wolstein, Jackson, and Whittington. Call them at 256-235-2240.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Second half action just about ready to get underway here. Third quarter coming up. Ohatchee will have it first here to start this third quarter against the Wildcats. White Plains with the lead after a really nice second quarter. Grady Sapp, Jim Jacobs alongside here tonight from Coach Richard Madden basketball court. Home opener for the Wildcats tonight. Here is Adams, Jasmine Adams with the basketball. Oh, we didn't find out who 14 is.
I'll get it.
You get it for me. Here is Schuler now. She's going to make her way into the lane, kick it back outside. That'll be Weiss with it. Tori Weiss picks up the dribble now, drops it down. Nice pass on the baseline, but shot blocked in there by Landry Bussey. As Adams tried the shot, now White Plains will come the other way quickly with it. Ryan Chandler will pull it back out, and the Wildcats are ready to go. Kick it into Bussey. And Bussey's going to move with it, driving baseline, cut off, picks up the dribble, back outside for Chandler, and Ryan goes baseline for Landry Bussey. Shot blocked in there by 14, who is?
Marley Hanks.
Marley Hanks.
Marley Hanks.
Now we know.
Now we know. You can tell Coach Ginn was determined that White Plains is not going to get chippy inside shots.
Yes, good defense there by Marley Hanks.
A halftime adjustment.
Yes, sir. Weiss will touch it outside, move it around into the lane, picks up the dribble, come back out to Schuler. She had the hot hand in the first half for the Indians. And she picks up it and drops it down inside, and that ball is knocked away and saved in there by Hannah Dyer. So Wildcats force another turnover. Here's Hannah Dyer left alone outside. That three is off, and Bussey fights for the rebound, comes away with it. Shot up, no good. Fighting inside again. Landry Bussey's got it, and it's going to be a jump ball. It will belong to White Plains.
Good hustle by Bussey to stay on the offensive glass. Pick up the basketball for White Plains. Try to get it back up. A put back. Didn't get it, but Wildcats keep the basketball.
And
pushing foul.
Pushing foul in there, and that's going to be on Marley Hanks, I believe. It'll be her first personal.
Of course, here tonight, tomorrow night, we head over to Glencoe for the first FNN high school game of the week.
Yeah, the Glencoe Yellow Jackets hosting the Cherokee County Warriors.
Yep. Of course, Glencoe made the Northeast Regionals, both the boys and girls teams last year.
Yeah, good basketball program up there. Looking forward to getting back up and watching there. And, of course, Cherokee County.
Not too shabby either.
No, they're a pretty decent ball club. Shot missed from the outside by Bussey. Harris will claim the rebound for White Plains.
Oh, she missed a backdoor cut. Hannah Dyer was wide open.
Here's Ryan Chandler working the ball back out, picks up the dribble. Now Nelson spots up for a three. That one a little too strong. Harris knocked it away from Bussey, and it's going to go in the hands of Marley Hanks.
I think Harris and Bussey both wanted it.
Yep. Weiss handed off for Adams, and now Ohatchee will go to work once again offensively. Neither team has scored so far in the third quarter. Tori Weiss looking to change that for Ohatchee. Can't do it. Harris will clear the rebound.
Coach Randall wanting the ball pushed up the floor.
And Ryan Chandler's three is going to be a little strong, rebounded underneath by Hanks. I sure am glad you got her name because she's been all over the floor here in the third quarter. Outside shot for Adams is good. That is a three.
And that is what Coach Randall did not want to see. He wanted to create a little distance here in the third quarter, and so far, Grady, it hadn't happened.
Jocelyn Harris, there's a backdoor cut for Hannah Dyer. Goes down the baseline, cut off, though. Good defense in there by Reagan Snow. And now White Plains will reset. Landry Bussey's got it.
Turn, Landry, go with it. There it is.
Kick it off. Chandler, baseline, cut off. And now Dyer's got it. And the defense looks much sharper here in the third quarter for Ohatchee.
Yeah, Ohatchee has bodied up basically man-to-man, cutting off White Plains, not letting anybody get behind them.
Here's Jocelyn Harris. Nice quick move there, but forgot the basketball. Knocked away maybe. It'll be off of Ohatchee. White Plains will maintain possession.
And look who's coming in the game.
Callan Martin is back in. Also back on is Jordan Sabri is in there as well.
Yep.
Outside for Nelson. Give it to Martin. She fires up a three. That one's off the front of the iron. No good. Hanks with another rebound for Ohatchee.
think if Ohatchee gets some points here, you're going to see a timeout.
Stripped by Jordan Sabri and
tackled. Another tackle.
And now we're going to have
6.
Timeout taken by Ohatchee. 30-second timeout by the Indians. Yep. Timeout on the floor. It's Wildcats basketball on FNN.
Step into the offices of J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA, where you'll find professional one-on-one service for business and individual clients. In this ever-changing tax and economic climate, you can count on receiving the expert advice you need. J. Britt Middlebrook works hard to provide every client what they need to meet all deadlines. Tax season will be here soon. For all your accounting service needs, call or stop by at 1913 Berry Street in Oxford. That's J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA.
We welcome you back courtside here at White Plains. As Ohatchee out of the timeout with the basketball.
Ohatchee's doing a much better job on defense, Grady. If they can find some points, White Plains is going to be in trouble here.
Hanks with the miss. Jocelyn Harris, rather, and going to be tied up, and it'll belong to Ohatchee on the tie-up.
Little flat-footed there.
Into the ball game comes Lily Ponder. Chastity Nelson will check out. Coach Randall not happy with the non-foul call there. Kick it in for Schuler. Courtney Schuler into the lane, spins out, almost travels, loses the ball. Harris gets it, drop it off for Martin, and here come the Wildcats. Now Callan will slow it down and hand it off for Ponder. Lily finds a wide open Jordan Sabri, goes baseline, shot won't go, draws the foul. And she'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Tell you what, Grady, she's played a great game. She got that ball and she knew exactly what she was supposed to do. She turned and dribbled toward the basket to create something.
First personal on Reagan Snow, second team foul as Jordan Sabri misses the first free throw.
And as we give her props, she blows the free throw. Come on, Jordan. Got to finish.
Second free throw bounds in there.
Kind rim. Ryan Chandler's about to check back in the game. Here come the Indians.
Outside look for Schuler, left alone, buries it.
Well, you cannot leave her free.
Oh, my goodness.
She can shoot the lights out of it. That's what Coach Randall's saying now. Somebody guard her.
Yeah.
You know?
Here's Jordan Sabri working the baseline again. Back up top now for Bussey. Martin's got it. Double team, knocked away. Ponder there to retrieve it. Hand it off for Sabri. She loses it.
Strip.
Schuler's got the steal. And
she's going coast
Schuler
to coast.
Off the glass. No, too strong. Gets it back, puts it back up. No good. And Harris with the rebound.
White Plains caught a break on that one, Grady.
Yeah, she didn't shoot the point blank 2 as well as she does the 25-foot 3. Inside to Bussey, going baseline double team. Shot up anyway, and a good shot by Landry Bussey.
That's bread and butter for White Plains. Get it down in her, let her use her size. Kissed it off the glass. Good move by Bussey.
Ball knocked away from Snow, taken away by Lily Ponder. Here come the Wildcats after the turnover. Trying to extend that lead back out a little bit. Martin's got it. Nice little quick move off the baseline. Shot too strong. And Snow will get the rebound. Back to Schuler. Here come the Indians.
Coach Randall's moved Jordan Sabri over to Schuler.
That's a good move.
Yeah.
Snow's got it inside. I thought she was going to hand it to Adams. Comes back instead to Weiss. And Weiss is going to be fouled. And that one is going to go on Lily Ponder. Her second personal.
White Plains basketball here on FNN will continue Tuesday night. The Anniston Bulldogs come out to Coach Richard Madden Court.
So the competition level picks up just a bit.
I think so.
Here goes Ponder. Knocked away from her. Lily fights back and gets it. Gets it back outside now to Chandler. Ryan going to drop it down for Bussey. Gets it back over to Nelson. Moves with the basketball. Back to Chandler. And now Sabri's got it. Now Ryan Chandler will reset the offense here for White Plains. They lead it by 5. As we are winding down third quarter action, Landry Bussey moves with it. Double teamed all the way in there. Somebody's got to be open. Ryan Chandler with the long three will not go. Bussey over the back.
Yep,
That'll be whistle for the foul. That'll be her third personal.
Just a 5-point lead for the Lady Cats. Nothing to breathe easy about yet.
No, only the second team foul here in the quarter. Full court pressure. And turnover. Vice has it off her hands. Sabri's got it now for White Plains. Lowers the shoulder off the glass, too strong. Snow with a backside rebound.
Missed opportunities there. Hate to see those get away from you.
Yeah, and there's
what a takeaway.
Quick hands.
What a takeaway.
Courtney Schuler will pick up her personal. And that'll be number 3 on Courtney, I believe.
Grady, that's the 4th or 5th personal takeaway that you can put on the sheet for Jordan Sabri tonight.
Yeah. And now the reach-in foul. It's going to go on Marley Hanks, her second personal. Lily Ponder got to get it in, does so for Ryan Chandler. Ryan will move with the ball, goes baseline cut off, and there by Schuler. Outside look for Ponder. Too strong. Sabri with the rebound. She takes it inside. Off the glass is good.
That's a reward for that takeaway, getting to score points.
And there's
almost had another one.
That's going to be a foul on Jordan. That'll be 3 on Jordan. It'll be 3 on White Plains here in the third quarter.
Can't reach. Got to move your feet.
Lob it over the head of Hanks. Hanks will check it down. And now Adams has got it. And picks up the dribble, give it off into Snow, get it back to Adams. Open look for 3. Too strong. Sabri tips it around. And now Snow's going to track it down for Ohatchee. Nobody could corral that basketball. Here is the give to Adams now. Picks up the dribble outside and hand it over to Vice. And we're going to get the reach-in foul on Lily Ponder.
I thought that was a little ticky-tack there.
Well, Adams will inbound it on the sideline here for Ohatchee. And there's a nice little give to Vice. Runs the lane well, kiss it off the glass, count it.
That's a good play, Grady. That's a good play off the sideline out.
Now under 10 seconds to go. Outside for Chastity Nelson, back to Ryan Chandler. Over to Ponder, got to shoot it with 3 seconds. Baseline shot up, good. And Lily Ponder has her first bucket of the night. White Plains leads it by 7 after 3 on the Friday Night Network.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Don Hudson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly supports the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
Serving Calhoun County for over 30 years, Crawford Office Supply offers selection, convenience, and low prices. Choose from a wide variety of office furnishings featured in their huge showroom. With savings of 50 to 70% off scratch and dent items. You'll find it all from pens and paper to janitorial supplies at Crawford Office Supply, including on-site printing, all backed up by unmatched personal service and free delivery to local business. Crawford Office Supply, 301 South Layton Avenue in Anniston. Remember, buy local, it matters.
Final 8 minutes coming up from here at White Plains High School. Wildcats outscored 8-7 in that third quarter by Ohatchee. White Plains had Jordan Sabri with 3. Landry Bussey had 2 in the quarter, and it was Lily Ponder with 2 in the quarter as well for Ohatchee. Jasmine Adams with 3, Tori Vice with 2, and Courtney Schuler with 3.
Big possession here, Grady. Push this thing out to 9 or 10. That makes it a much more comfortable lead than if you get it and you don't score here and they go down and do score.
Lily Ponder taking matters into her own hands. Like that shot to end the quarter, likes it to start the next quarter.
There you go. 9-point advantage now for the Lady Cats, and they're going to pick them up full court, then back out. Making them think about it. Oh, she traveled. Yep.
Tori Weiss with the turnover for Ohatchee. So it'll be White Plains trying to go to double digits on the lead for the first time tonight. Chandler. And now we're going to get the quick timeout by Coach Randall to avoid the 5-second call. Timeout on the floor. Wildcats basketball on the Friday Night Network.
District 40 State Representative K.L. Brown would like to take this opportunity to wish the White Plains Wildcats the best of luck. K.L. Brown is your conservative Republican voice in Montgomery, working hard to make sure that state government is doing its best for everyone in the district. Brown chairs the Children and Senior Advisory Committee while serving on the Agriculture and Forestry and Economic Development and Tourism Committees. As a longtime area business leader, K.L. Brown uses the common sense and leadership skills learned over the years to be a steady, conservative Republican voice for the people in the district. Good luck, Wildcats, from State Representative K.L. Brown.
White Plains back to work after the timeout. Nelson comes spaceline knocked away and off the hands of Lily Ponder, so it'll be Ohatchee basketball.
White Plains going to pick them up full court, Grady. Once again, this is where you kind of burn clock in basketball, you know. You make everything hard.
There's Ohatchee. Now they'll get the offense set up half court wise. Adams and Weiss playing pitch and catch. Weiss just goes right around the defense. Easy layup.
Yeah, that was too easy.
And Tori has her 4th point of the night for Ohatchee. Inside here for Hannah Dyer. Kick it across to Nelson, and Chastity going to swing it back over to Chandler Ponder. Long three, and that one's too strong, and the long rebound pulled down by Adams and the Indians. Jasmine pick up the dribble, give it back to Tori Weiss. Long three for Tori Weiss on the other end. She nails it.
Goodness gracious.
There were 5 in the quarter here. And Ohatchee right back within 4.
Yeah, we got a game here.
5-0 run right now for the Indians.
Big possession for the Lady Cats. Stop the bleeding.
Hannah Dyer, top of the key. That 3 is a little too flat, no good. The rebound pulled down by Schuler, and here comes Ohatchee. 5-2 run to start the quarter, walked with it, turned it over anyway, and Harris with the steal for White Plains. Now Lily Ponder coming back up. Get it back out to Ryan Chandler. Now Jocelyn Harris at the free throw line. That shot too strong. And the rebound for Tori Weiss. And Tori's going to push it coast to coast. Ball stripped. Foul. And Tori Weiss going to get to the line and shoot 2 now for Ohatchee.
She knows what to do with it.
And that one's on Jocelyn Harris. And I believe that'll be number 3 on Jocelyn. Free throw no good by Tori Weiss. Jordan Sabri and Landry Bussey going to check back in the game. Hannah Dyer and Jocelyn Harris will check out. One more coming up for Tori Weiss. And that one misses everything. And it'll be White Plains basketball. Kick it over to Chastity Nelson. Gets a little screen from Jordan Sabri. Doesn't take advantage of it, though. Back outside. Here's Lily Ponder. That 3 is off the side. No good. The rebound pulled down by Hanks. And White Plains really shooting the ball fast right now, Jim.
Yeah, probably a little bit quicker than Coach Randall would like, Grady, and they're not going down.
And there's a quick shot by Weiss. That one no good. Hanks with the rebound blocked by Landry Bussey. Good defense in there. Dunaway has it now for Ohatchee. And that was on the center line, I thought.
Yeah, me too. She's going to travel if they'll just be patient. Look at there.
Now she's sitting on the center line and it's tied up. And it's going to be White Plains basketball. No, actually it's going to be Ohatchee basketball.
Coach Richard Madden Court tonight. First home game of the season for the Cats. Boys action coming up right after this one. Looking forward to seeing the boys.
Here is Jasmine Adams with it. Yeah, good start to the season for the guys. She's going to drop it off over on the right side. And my view blocked at the moment. There's Tori Weiss stripped by Nelson, but Vice will recoup it, recover it, and hand it off to Snow. Reagan Snow coming out for Adams beyond the top of the key, and here come the Indians down by 4. And Snow with the turnaround won't go, and she may have got bailed out on a foul there.
I think she did.
Yep.
No question about it.
So Ohatchee doing a really good job of forcing the action right now. First personal on Ryan Chandler. 6th team foul now on White Plains, so Ohatchee will be shooting free throws the rest of the way.
Reagan Snow at the line.
Misses that one.
Missed everything.
And Shooter will check back in. Dunaway will check out now for Ohatchee.
Good crowd here for a Thursday night game.
Yeah. Second free throw missed as well. The long rebound fought for over there, and Chastity Nelson saves it. And now Ryan Chandler will corral it for White Plains, and they'll go back to work.
White Plains just needs to slow down, run their stuff, and be deliberate.
Now there goes Jordan Sabree. No slow down there. She'll lay it in.
Unless you get an ISO like that and take it to the rim. Yeah.
Here goes Vice. And going to lose the ball. Is it knocked out of bounds by White Plains? We're going to have a timeout by the Wildcats. They lead it by 6. It's Wildcat basketball on FNN.
Tom Young and all
this is a full one.
Young, Wolstein, Jackson, and Whittington are some of the most experienced and respected attorneys in the area. Their firm specializes in personal injury, insurance fraud, workers' compensation, Social Security disability, real estate, and corporate law. The law firm of Young, Wolstein, Jackson, and Whittington. Call them at 256-235-2240.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Griffin Laser Engraving in Lincoln is your authorized local dealer for personalized Yeti products. Get your Yeti customized for your team, a business, or a special event. Your color, graphics, even photos. At Griffin Laser Engraving, we make it the way you want it. Order just one or hundreds, and you'll find a full line of Yeti coolers and accessories on hand, even the hard-to-find items. Nationally recognized, but right here at home in Lincoln for quality awards, trophies, powder coating, and personalized Yeti items, Griffin Laser Engraving.
White Plains will indeed have the basketball. Ryan Chandler will bring it back up the floor. Now Lily Ponder tries to rifle it into Landry Bussey. Great pass. She misses the layup point blank. Tip back out to Ponder. She puts up the shot, draws the foul, and Lily Ponder will go to the line and shoot 2 for the Cats.
Yep, just under midway in the 4th, Grady. Got to start thinking about taking some air out of this clock on every possession if you're White Plains. Get this thing over with. Don't let them get back in it.
Third personal on Tori Vice. Lily Ponder's free throw is good.
Nice job, Ponder. Nice stroke.
Picks up her 3rd point of the quarter. Second free throw is up and good as well. Adams rifles it into Snow, trying to put the move on Chastity Nelson. Now kick it back out to Vice. And Vice runs the lane, gets it off the glass too strong. Rebound, fought for underneath. Adams will come out of there with it for Ohatchee.
Ohatchee's got to get better looks, Grady.
We've got a push off underneath, and that's a foul away from the ball. That's going to be a 1-and-1.
And if you're White Plains, this is certainly not what you don't want.
So Ohatchee to the line, 1-and-1.
Without the clock running.
And that's a 4th personal on Jordan Sabree. It is team foul number 7 on White Plains.
Tori Vice at the line.
Knocks down the first one. Tori Vice has had herself a quarter here in the 4th. That is her 6th point of the 4th quarter. Second one good as well. Make it 7 here in the 4th quarter. In fact, all 7 Ohatchee points. Tori Vice, full timeout on the floor. We'll take it as well. Wildcats basketball on FNN.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Don Hudson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly supports the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
Tom Young and all the attorneys of Young, Wolstein, Jackson, and Whittington are some of the most experienced and respected attorneys in the area. Their firm specializes in personal injury, insurance fraud, workers' compensation, Social Security disability, real estate, and corporate law. The law firm of Young, Wolstein, Jackson, and Whittington. Call them at 256-235-2240.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
White Plains with the basketball, and now full court pressure by Ohatchee for the first time tonight. Let's see how the Wildcats will handle that. Looks like Ohatchee's going to back out of that just due to a
they're going to trap
up near midcourt. Chandler does a nice job of setting the feet. Good screen by Harris and easy layup by Lily Ponder.
Yeah, Ponder's had a kind of a quiet, nice game.
Yeah, 6 points here in this fourth quarter for Lily Ponder. Reagan Snow now will have it for Ohatchee on the other end. Jocelyn Harris going to get the reach around, and that calls the double dribble.
Turned her over. 8-point game now for the Cats and the basketball. Take your time.
We'll have to work it up against that trap. Did a nice job last time.
Pass it. Don't get caught there on the line.
Ryan Chandler just takes it herself. Goes down. Ball is loose. No foul. And timeout taken quickly by the Indians to preserve the possession. With 2:59 remaining in the game, White Plains leads it here on the Friday Night Network.
District 40 State Representative K.L. Brown would like to take this opportunity to wish the White Plains Wildcats the best of luck. K.L. Brown is your conservative Republican voice in Montgomery, working hard to make sure that state government is doing its best for everyone in the district. Brown chairs the Children and Senior Advisory Committee while serving on the Agriculture and Forestry and Economic Development and Tourism Committees. As a longtime area business leader, K.L. Brown uses the common sense and leadership skills learned over the years to be a steady, conservative Republican voice for the people in the district. Good luck, Wildcats, from State Representative K.L. Brown.
So Ohatchee will have the basketball following the White Plains turnover and that timeout. And now the Indians go back to work.
Just under 3 minutes left to play in the game.
Here's Weiss working it up quickly. Goes off balance. And going to pick it up and get it outside to Schuler. Schuler trying to get it back into Reagan Snow. Snow trying to back it in versus Jocelyn Harris. And she's going to draw the foul. And that will send Reagan Snow to the line to shoot two for Ohatchee.
And if you're White Plains, it's what you don't want. You don't want Ohatchee at the line with an opportunity to score and the clock not running.
4 personals now on Jocelyn Harris. Free throw was missed by Reagan Snow. Both Harris and Jordan Sabree playing with 4 personals for White Plains. Second free throw short as well. Landry Bussey will clear the rebound. Cats go back to work. Hand it off now for Chandler, and Chandler will get it inside offensive territory. Timeout taken by Coach Randall before the turnover, so White Plains will have it. And we're just going to have a 30-second timeout. We'll just keep it here. Both teams fighting and scrapping for all they're worth. It's been White Plains able to lead throughout this one, but Ohatchee's come in here and played hard tonight.
Well, if you look back at the first game, Grady, it was a 45-30 point production with White Plains winning by 15. They certainly haven't done that tonight.
No. And that's coming back home for the first time this season, and just haven't been able to get the ball to fall consistently to this point tonight. But they played great defense, and they do have the lead here as we are closing in on the end of this one.
And when that final buzzer sounds, one's as good as 50.
That's correct. Nelson will get it in for Chandler.
Seen some good things tonight, but definitely see some things that need work.
Yeah.
And you'd expect that at this point in the season.
Yep, Ponder does a nice job not walking with the ball as she got tripped. Bussey goes in baseline, too deep, knocked out on the miss. And the rebound fought for and tied up. Possession error for the Wildcats. Good hustle there for Ryan Chandler. Nelson to inbound for White Plains.
Look for the backdoor cut.
Quick pop for a three for Ponder, and she buries it. How big is that one?
I think that's a freshman, too.
My goodness. She has had a huge fourth quarter. Weiss on the other end misses the shot. Landry Bussey gets in there and gets the rebound. Good job on the boards for Landry.
Take care of the basketball now.
Ryan, D&D, kick it back out. Ponder spots up another three. That one off, rebounded by Bussey. Putback is good.
Yep. Putting this one away, Grady.
Yep, up by double digits now for the first time tonight. 13-point lead for the Cats. Adams has it knocked out of bounds.
She kicked it.
Did she kick it, or they're going to give it?
I thought she kicked it.
They're going to say it's Ohatchee basketball.
Yep.
Gracie George will check back into the game now for Ohatchee.
See there on the screen, 1:31 left to play. White Plains in control now.
Get it in now for Hanks. And hand it back out to Adams. And she walks with the basketball. So the turnover for Ohatchee and White Plains now. Got this one comfortably in the bank.
But Grady, if you want to measure where your program is, there's no better game than what's coming up Tuesday.
That's correct.
Because the master is in the house.
Eddie Bullock and the Anniston Bulldogs will be here. Here's Ponder to Sabri. Picks it up, get it outside. Lily's going to fire the three. And that one will be no good. Bussey with another rebound and another putback. And now White Plains is rolling. 41-26, as you see. Got it over that 40-point mark again against Ohatchee. And there's a steal by Jordan Sabri. She's fouled by Courtney Schuler. That will be team foul number 6 on Ohatchee. And the fourth.
Yeah, White Plains has just exhibited, Grady, a little bit more want to here in the past 2 or 3 minutes, I think.
Yeah, they've really taken control of the game late here in the fourth quarter.
Chastity Nelson will pitch it in here in front of us.
And Sabri's got it. She is going to take it down, kick it back up. And now Martin will be up with the three. That one's no good. The rebound and the putback by Hannah Dyer. Hannah gets her first bucket of the night. Here's Tori Weiss working against Jordan Sabri. And going to get it back out to Dunaway. And Dunaway turns it over. Evan Martin with the layup, good.
Nice reward for a good defensive effort, Brady.
Callan Martin and
coast to coast.
White Plains gets it to that 45-point mark, Jim.
We never thought that was coming,
did we?
No,
we did not. And the clock's going to tick down. Ohatchee with maybe one final shot. Tori Weiss fouled with 0.8 of a second. And actually, going to shoot 2. Let's see who that was on. That was on Hannah Dyer. That'll be her first personal of the night. That one is no good. Second free throw is up and in. 1 for 2 for Tori Weiss on that one, and that'll do it. The final margin tonight. White Plains will win it 45-27 for the Wildcats.
Funny how the score is almost identical at the end of the game.
The game turned out much the same as the first one did. So White Plains gets it to 500 on the season, while Ohatchee continues their struggles on the girls' side of things, but a big win here at home tonight for the Wildcats. And as we said, gets them to 500, and now it's practice before Anniston comes to town.
Because what you're going to see with the Bulldogs Tuesday night is pressure, and then, of course, a team that's fundamentally as sound as they come.
Indeed they are. All right, we're going to grab a timeout. We'll be back. Get you ready for boys action. Coming up next here, it is the Wildcats basketball on the Friday Night Network.
Has been an exclusive sports production of FNN, the Friday Night Network.